Math strategy 11 for the PSAT is to change variable answer choices into numbers. So if you can't deal with the variables as they are given in a problem, choose numbers that make sense for the problem and then test those numbers out in each of the answer choices. Answer choices are all in variables like you can see here. So if m plus n is an odd integer when m and n are positive integers, which expression always represents an even number? Okay, so now let's just, instead of working with these generic n's and m's, let's just pick numbers for n and m, and we can substitute those into each of these answers and see which one works. Okay, so we need positive numbers for n and m that when I add them together I get an odd number. So how about I choose something like m is equal to 1, and then I need to have another number when I add it to it that I'm going to get an odd number. So how about something like n is equal to 2. That way m plus n is 1 plus 2, which is 3, and that checks out. So I'm going to use these numbers 1 and 2 in my answer choices, and I always want to choose like really simple numbers in order to do this. So which one of these is always an even number? So let's just choose like A. So A is m minus n. Let's plug this in. 1 minus 2 is equal to -1. And who cares that it's negative? The fact that it's 1 makes it an odd number, so that's not going to work. So let's try answer B. So answer B is m squared plus n squared. So m is 1, 1 squared is 1, plus 2, 2 squared is 4. That's going to give me 5. That's another odd number. I don't want it. So answer choice C, I've got m plus n, the whole thing squared. So m plus n, I got 1 plus 2, and I'm going to square it. That's 3 squared, which is 9. It's another odd number. Man. Okay, so here's D. Let's try D. M squared minus n squared. So m is 1. 1 squared is 1. Minus 2 squared, which is 4, is -3. That one doesn't work either. By process of elimination, it must be answer choice E. But let's, of course, just erase this and test it out just to be sure using the two numbers that we just came up with here. So for E, if I have m times n and then I square it, let's just plug in our numbers. I have 1 times 2. Square it. 1 times 2 is 2. 2 squared is 4. It definitely checks out. That's an even number. So here we go, filling in E.